lovely things. I hope that you all are doing well. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If you have been subscribed, welcome back. Please excuse me for the time that I was away. Life is calling me in so many different directions, though I am still committed to my mission to help and uplift others. So yeah. All right, this read is going to be for Pisces. Pisces, there's a spiritual message for you overall. So when was the last time that you couldn't stop laughing or smiling? You do have a soul message, and it says to take action in regard to making someone laugh today. So that may be your overall, message that the soul is sending to make sure that you make someone else laugh today, just the same way that, someone or something had made you laugh. The universe is good and how it compliments us to do things in that kind of way. Okay? So I'm seeing that the ego within the spirit of true self is seeking security and some type of win, because I'm seeing a winning energy. And then I'm also seeing remote control, so it may be a second nature type of thing, or someone feeling like they're being controlled, or that someone is controlling you or manipulating you. Or like I said, it could be related to that overall energy of the soul calling you into action, because controls and being called into action to do things. And if the soul is calling you into action to laugh, smile, find joy, and be in that winning type of energy, then I can see that overall being what's going on during the cycle of this read. So something that I'm seeing that the soul is teaching the spirit of true self is some lessons in regard to the northern wind with partnership. With that partnership energy, I'm seeing that the soul is teaching the spirit of true self a lesson about neighbors. So something about your neighbors, as well as the home of your parents. I'm seeing some partnership in regard to that as well. And the eastern wind. The eastern wind, I'm seeing that the soul is teaching the spirit of true self a lesson about a six-pack. So someone may be they got a six-pack in their abdominal area, or it could represent something that's coming in groups of six. I'm not seeing any Six of Swords, Cups, Wands, or Pentacles. However, when you see the representation of a six-pack, it could represent a Six of Wands or a Six of Swords type of energy. Or it could also represent a Six of Cups. So we'll see what that energy is about, or specifically what that energy is about. So I wouldn't even have to go into depth in explaining it to you, though I am seeing that kind of energy here. Moving forward, moving on from something is the kind of energy that I'm getting. And then also working towards something. So in the process of transitioning, letting go of something, and then just being able to move forward and onto calmer waters is kind of what I'm seeing. And in that winning energy, it'll bring you joy. You're being called into action. Find joy, making someone laugh. You laughing about something, you finding joy in this winning energy. Something about getting away from or letting go of, moving on from partnerships maybe that do not serve you, with the noisy neighbors energy, as well as your parents. It could have to do with someone living with their parents or something like that. And then I'm also seeing moving on and investing your time and working hard on something with the six-pack energy. So with that eastern wind, it is a representation of the soul teaching the spirit of true self a lesson about perception. So how it is that you're looking at things as you're moving forward and investing time in yourself in that winning energy. Let's see what else the message on the soul card says. It says, go back to a moment when you laughed so hard you almost peed your pants, or actually did pee your pants. Feel the laughter grow in your body, your cheeks hurting, your eyes watering. Have you ever like smiled so hard or like laughed so hard? Yes. Maybe there was even a snort or two. Laughter is healing. It reminds us to take life less seriously and find the joy in the littlest things. Laugh more often is the overall message. So, yeah, like your perspective and investing in your joy. Let's see what happened during the cycle of the read. There's a lot going on in this table. Okay, so then you have the soul message telling you to focus on joy, find joy, laugh more, right? Then there's this spirit of true self that's also sending messages by the way of the lessons that you're learning from the soul. So the first message that I'm seeing from spirit is in recognition of spirit of earth. Spirit of earth is saying to have faith because you are supported, right? The universe conspires to make things work out for your most high good. Recognizing and acknowledging the safe space that the universe has created for you as a spiritual being to have this human experience is a part of recognizing that support, okay? And with that divine sensuality, spirit is saying, I reveal your talent to enchant. So acknowledging the fact that you are a magical being, also having a human experience here on earth and knowing that you're supported in that journey. And laughter, like I said, can also be like medicine. So tapping into that and bringing things full circle is the great mystery energy. Spirit is saying, I reveal the wisdom of your destiny. Then I'm also seeing the snake energy. With the snake energy, there's a representation of maybe some type of competition, some type of energy, feeling like you're looking over your shoulder or not feeling safe. Take it as it resonates, okay? I'm also seeing paradise energy. So if this paradise energy, it is a representation of happiness and joy, right? Being in that winning energy, enjoying each other's company, being in like a honeymoon phase, playfulness. Yeah. And then bringing that energy full circle is the ascension energy. So this will probably pull in through towards the future part of your read, where it's saying that you're learning and expanding, transcending, preparing for union, and beginning a new phase. Then I pulled an angel card for you, though I think I'll discuss that when I talk about what's going on during the cycle of the read. So, if you are not familiar with how it is that I do my reads, I do them based on time that has been offered or is available to me for me to be able to provide you with the interpretation, okay? The time that had been provided to me was specifically for you, Pisces, okay? I am seeing that it is an energetic read. That's the kind of, energy was offered to me for me to be able to do this read for you, so thank you. Overall, for you to feel at ease, for you not to feel paralyzed, for you not to feel enraged, for you not to be impulsive. Someone is wanting to know more about you, or you may be wanting to know more about someone else, and you may be feeling uncertain about them, or vice versa. I also want to acknowledge the fact that someone may not be feeling at ease with this uncertainty type of energy. So it could be you, or it could be someone else, which I can see exactly who it is. I can see exactly who it is because of what's going on during the cycle of the read for you. And we'll talk about that when it gets there. It's also saying for you not to feel hesitant and for you not to feel fatigued. So what I'm seeing is you may possibly be feeling all of these things. You know what I mean? And the thing about the emotions that come out during the read, is that you shouldn't feel bad about them if you are feeling any of these emotions associated with the experiences that you're having, because you are human. And all human beings are biologically engineered with feelings. Feelings are not just physical. They are emotional, they're spiritual, they're mental. So if you are feeling any of these emotions, please know that it's okay. They're just associated with your experience, and you're meant to feel those things, right? And the only thing that I can say that will balance any of those emotions out, which we will talk about during the read, is recognizing and acknowledging the fact that all human beings are not made without the grace of God, right? So you have that essence of the source within you that endows you with the ability to be able to overcome and work through your challenges. So believe in yourself. So, like I said, if you're not familiar with how it is that I do my reads, I do them based on time that has been offered or available to me for me to be able to do the read for you. The time that has been offered to me is the Lover's energy paired with the Knight of Rods energy. So this is just showing me like exploration of intimacy. And thank you. That could be interpreted yeah. It could be interpreted in like because like I said, the energy that was offered to me for me to be able to do this read was specifically like a boost of energy type of thing. So that's just really what I'm seeing, like someone exploring how it is that they want to love others, because like it's the Lover's energy, and that could also include loving yourself. So like I said, thank you. It is coming through as a luxury. Being in an intimate and sacred relationship is a luxury, and also being able to have the ability to explore that is an honor. So like I said, thank you. It did come through as like very exciting and not frazzled, so I appreciate it. The energy that I see you in during the cycle of this read is a Two of Swords. You're in this Two of Swords energy, and that's a representation of someone walking by faith and not necessarily all by sight. It is like a matter of trust. Could have to do with like you trusting yourself with this remote controls energy, you trust in the universe. So take it as it resonates. Spirit is guiding you though during the cycle of this read with the support of the spirit of the earth and divine sensuality and the great mystery energy, where you're just exploring your destiny and, like I said, going through these changes and transitions, this process of being able to let something that does not serve you go and stepping out on faith. Because where's your smile at? Where's the last time you laughed? And I don't really think that it's about like self-gratification. I really think that it is about self-love and acknowledging what is your place of peace in the spiritual realm outside of just the physical. Like when the physical vessel is done serving you, where do you find your peace? And I'm just seeing that you're about to go on this journey of, restoring your joy and finding others to have that joy with, while also finding your peace, okay? And I'm seeing that during the cycle of this read, it is less painful for you, so good for you. So the first and only card that I see for you from the tarot during the cycle of this read is the King of Cups reverse. So the King of Cups reverse is showing me that in the past, maybe you were a little bit emotionally immature. And I'm just being transparent. If that's the kind of behavior that we inherited by the way of our bloodline, along with the feelings of uncertainty, which could have caused, you to be emotionally immature. You being impulsive or feeling enraged or feeling stuck or paralyzed or not feeling at ease or being hesitant or fatigued. Any of those emotions that were associated with emotional immaturity is this King of Cups reverse energy. Not saying that it's you, though it's definitely an energy that you were in or interacting with during the cycle of this read. Like I did say earlier, there was that snake energy where there was like some competition, you feeling like you had an enemy, maybe feeling like you couldn't trust anyone. So you being in this Two of Swords energy overall during the cycle of this read for this energy exchange, for me to even be able to do the read for you, is just showing me that whoever this King of Cups energy was, whether if it was you or the person that you were interacting with, I am seeing that whatever that karmic relationship was that you were in has come to an end. With the Death energy, it says karmic relationship, resentments and triggers, perception, intensity and letting go, turmoil and fleeting. So with that uncertainty, it could represent someone that maybe had commitment issues. Maybe you were enraged in certain past relationships. Maybe you were hesitant in, committing to someone, or maybe this person was that way towards you. That is what I'm seeing, okay? With this King of Cups energy in reverse, this is someone that's probably called narcissistic, or you called this person narcissistic, or whatever the situation is. They were lacking emotional maturity. So this is in the past. If it was you, I ain't judging you. I'm just letting you know that it's also coming through as like it was a karmic relationship, and with the Death energy, I'm seeing that it came to an end, like the relationship is over. There are no second chances. It's time to grow and transform because what's dead is dead. So I'm seeing with the angel energy, because I wanted to better understand what was going on. It says within the last few months. So I'm seeing that maybe within the last few months, maybe that relationship came to an end. Maybe you started going through this transformation of having to walk by faith and not by sight, learning from the karmic relationships, being able and willing to let go and move on. I'm also seeing that maybe there was some blame going on, because the soul's energy is coming through yet again. It's saying, on whom am I placing blame right now? And I didn't choose where these cards go. They choose their own position and place for the time that was offered to me. So I'm just being transparent. The soul says to take action. It says take responsibility on whom you are placing blame right now. Today, free yourself by releasing all victimhood, blame, and resistance. They don't belong where you are going, especially considering the fact that the overall message for the read is that the soul is also asking, like, when was the last time that you laughed or smiled? Focus on speaking life into yourself, finding joy in your relationships. Otherwise, why are you in those relationships? Not to be in karmic cycles. I would project upon you that you deserve to experience joyful and peaceful relationships where you don't have to look over your shoulder, you're not dealing with uncertainty, and you feel comfortable being yourself and happy. Let's make a choice to do it, because only love and courage live where you are going. Even if you don't feel ready for it, it's ready for you. So listen to your heart, because you will be led. This is speaking true to the paradise energy that I was also seeing in the beginning of the read. Like, happiness and joy and playfulness, enjoying someone's company, being in that honeymoon phase energy, and trusting that you deserve that. Don't sabotage it, Pisces, okay? And then there's also that ascension energy that's verifying that you deserve to be growing and not remaining stagnant and uncertain, and the blame game energy. Emotional maturity is acknowledging that you deserve to grow, acknowledging that your personal and intimate relationships are worth the joy that can come out of them, and they shouldn't be filled with blame and the constant cycles of toxic, behavior, as if you're not learning your lesson, right? And that's also a part of the great mystery of the universe, because it has specifically designed you to go on these paths and learn and grow into, this happiness and this joy, this new phase, as long as you're willing to let go of what technically isn't serving you. And that's blaming the other person, right? So I'm seeing that this karmic in the past, this karmic relationship has come to an end, whether if it's you going through spiritual maturing, and you facing your fears, recognizing your triggers, learning your perception and how to be able to move on, right? Finding joy, being in that winning energy. I'm seeing that you going through that whole process may not have, been the easiest track. However, it brought you to an energy where you are more comfortable with who it is that you are. And then I'm seeing it was obviously, like a spiritual journey that you went through. And you went through what it is that you went through because it was time for you to start caring. Like caring more about yourself. And I'm also seeing that it required a lot of courage from you as well. It requires a lot of courage and selflessness to become more mature in the spiritual aspect of the relationships that you have with other people, because you understand and you accept that your experiences are not just your own. And yes, you have this physical vessel and body, and your spirit animates it, though this life is not the only one that you're going to live. And you share these experiences with other people, so that's leading you more on the path to recognize how much, like I said, the universe conspires to work things out for your most high good, and the spirit of the earth is here to support you in all of your endeavors when it comes to you growing. So let's talk about your future. The first thing that I'm seeing for your future is the Wheel of Fortune energy. It's not the wheel of misfortune or the wheel of desperation or the wheel of sorrow. It is the Wheel of Fortune because you are meant to prosper and to grow upright. So I'm seeing that, like I said, things are working out for your most high good. And for you to be more fortunate. I'm seeing you in this energy as delightful. You're being received as not miserable, though you're also not overthinking things because you're in the Two of Swords energy. That means that you are smart and as intelligent as you need to be for where you are in your life right now. And the things that you do may not make sense to others, right? Though if it makes sense to you and it brings you spiritual clarity and peace, then continue to go in that path, okay? Then I'm seeing this Hierophant energy. This is showing me someone that is looking to commit. So it could be you. You know what I mean? Taking on that role to be a leader, be a nurturer. A Hierophant has a lot of responsibility, people that are looking up to them, people that submit to them, people that trust them, people that follow them. So this could either be you, or this could be, you know, that paradise energy where you're spending time with someone, starting to trust someone, yourself, God, the universe. Take it as it resonates. You are being seen as like very sensitive in this kind of energy, though also not violent. I'm hearing that song like, I'm not a killer, but don't push me. So move gracefully through this time in your life in the future when you're taking on more responsibilities. And if you are starting new relationships or spending time with friends or whatever, and you know, those circumstances or situations, because humans are humans, call upon you to react or respond, don't go back to being that blaming energy, right? Remember the lessons that your soul has taught you so that you don't have to keep going through karmic lessons, okay? Find something to laugh about. Remember that you are the source of the joy and the dynamic of your relationships based on how you look at them. The same way that you can invest time in a six-pack, you can invest time in your relationships. And that's both the six-pack that you buy and the one that you're working out to get, okay? Because I know you Pisces. It says a person who blames others has not begun their lesson. You have to show the universe that you learned your lesson, so you can continue on this divine mission to nurture your spirit. A person who blames themselves has begun their lesson, and a person who blames no one has finished their lesson. So, acceptance, because that Wheel of Fortune energy supersedes you being in this Hierophant energy. People are looking up to you. You're taking on the responsibility, and you're not blaming anyone for the way that things go. You're focused on healing and being more emotionally mature. And as far into your future as I'm seeing is the Ace of Cups. That's new love coming in for you. You did the work. You deserve to receive the rewards, okay? And this is a commitment that you're having with something that you can't see, right? Though you've been interacting with it, because there is a spiritual trust that exists beyond all of the wounds that weren't healed. And like I said, all human beings are made with the grace of God, so you have the ability to go within, overcome these battles, bring an ending to the lessons that you need to learn, and beginning to heal from the inside out, because then, you know, love is there for you. A new beginning, something to be passionate about. Like I said in the beginning, there's that ascending energy that will bring things full circle. You want to know about the great mystery of the universe? The wisdom is within your experiences, and you carry your soul carries your spirit with you all the way through to the end. You don't know when that day is going to come. The end I'm referring to, right? So, as far as learning karmic lessons and blaming other people, that's already come to an end. And I see here with the Ace of Cups energy, a new beginning of love. And that's surely for someone that is deserving, right? Beginning a new phase, transcending, preparing for union. Like I said, this is like, I'm seeing true love, right? So with the Ace of Cups energy, absolutely useful for you to be in this energy at this point in time in your life. Monumental. You deserve it, right? Also not depressing. Of course not depressing. This is that finding someone to laugh with energy. This is that winning energy, right? Not boring. It's an exciting time of your life. And the timing is divine and perfect and correct and made specifically for you. So, to you Pisces, I do wish you the best. And I just see you taking control of your emotions, and you've gone through a process of healing, and it's been a spiritual journey. I can see that. And things are working out for your most high good. Just continue on that path. Blame people less. Accept the universe and all of its help that is providing to you more. And just enjoy what the universe is going to allow to unfold in your life. I love you all so much, and I thank you for joining me for this message, and I will see you all next time. Bye.